Hello out there, we're on the air, it's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores at the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game.
Hello out there, we're on the air, it's the Hockey Happy Hour. Wade Gordon here on the mic from our Hamilton, Ontario studios. We are live here covering the Quebec division. The Chicoutimi Fur Brigade are one of two teams still eligible to make it into the playoffs from the Quebec division. We know the identities of two teams so far. We await the knowledge of the other two teams, the Red Deer out of the Prairie division, and the Chilliwack Colonels out of the British Columbia division have already clinched a spot in the playoffs. And what we are seeing right now is the Chicoutimi Fur Brigade taking on the Shawinigan Handshakes. The Fur Brigade are doing battle with the Rimouski Seamen at the moment. For that spot, hit the post! Oh, and down in a heap. Only 3.5 minutes passed, and we've seen a lot of action already. A lot of heavy hits here from these Quebec Division teams. Chicoutimi, of course, third in the league in goals per game. Shawinigan fifth. The Quebec Division, they know how to score. Both teams coming in on a two-game winning streak, and right now Shawinigan are, well, they're really putting on the pressure in the Chicoutimi zone. Trip from behind. Oh, that was a good hit by Castellet. And back with the puck is Shawinigan. Castellet loses it. Ginnon has to recover. Able to get it back out to Castellet. And here is Molcon. Doug Molcon jukes and shoots. Petlanier with the save. And he'll hold on to it. Chicoutimi currently first place in the Quebec division. We're into the final 4 games of the season. The Fur Brigade have a 1-point lead over the Rimouski Seamen after their last game. They took first place. Rimouski play a little bit later against Val-d'Or. That will be another game that will be on your local coverage. Your regional coverage, you'll have to go for that. And then we'll be back on the air with a late game big battle in the Ontario division between the Mississauga Queens and the Sault Ste. Marie Incident. But right now, it's a matter of well, who can beat who at this point. You got to win these games and just hold serve. Shot by Leduc, and it's right at the chest protector of Petlanier. Up comes Ken Reddy. He's dispossessed, and Jim Tickle will take it back up ice. And Shawinigan have been the stronger of the sides. That one's dumped in, and Leduc will go and chase it down. Gets it off of Landulker. Tries to skate around and one-hand it in. But Petlanier able to easily get to it. And it's a face-off in the Chicoutimi zone. So the Chicoutimi fans, they are excited. Of course, playoff hockey coming to Chicoutimi here in Saguenay. Saguenay will be quite the thing. Shawinigan, of course, are already out. They're at 30 points at the moment. It's mathematically unable to make it out. We got a delayed penalty on that one, so that's going to be Don Rouleau for a couple of seconds, going right to his bench. But it looks like that's going to be Peter Carbon taking a seat for interference about halfway through this period.
Penalty to number 4. 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 10 minutes, 11 seconds.
Shawinigan, who have already been dominating this first half of the first period, are now going to find themselves on the power play. And already gets dumped all the way back down. 40 seconds have passed already. Here is Castellet, dispossessed but kept in the zone by Molcon. One-timer by Richards. And a big hit thrown into the corner on Goguette by, I believe that was Rayon. That was Stuart Tanky Rayon. And that power play line for Shawinigan are very, very strong. Although not a lot of power play goals. It looks like we're going to have, well, a little bit of 4-on-4 hockey as the official calls Shawinigan for the penalty. So eventually we're going to see that was Simone Pronchuk called for that one. Interference, the call on the referee, the official, decided to slide across the ice in the process. So 4-on-4 for a couple of seconds, but then it's going to be a Chicoutimi power play. And, well, Rome just sort of, or that was Hanana, John Hanana, just sort of goes right into it. Chicoutimi! Oh, well, that was not exactly graceful for Shellett, for Kevin Shellett, the defenseman. Ends up tumbling right over Don below. Middle of the road goaltending in this game. Neither team has goaltenders that have been lighting the league on fire, but they've come in where it matters. Here is Shawinigan back on the, well, there's going to be empty net again. So again, we are going to be on the power play. Well, going to 4-on-4 again. Yet another time, the Fur Brigade will go back into the penalty area. So it's going to be Philly and Plant getting called for interference.
Penalty to number 55.
Third penalty already of this game. 4-on-4 hockey for a couple, and looks like we're going to get yet another. Tripping is the call. So now it'll be 4-on-3 hockey for almost an entire period of, well, goodness me, these are just coming all over the place. Tripping the call. Landulker in the box. There's Castellet, puts it high off the blocker of the butt of the stick of Petlania. Here's Boudreau into Malcon, tries to flick it in, and it goes over the crossbar. Boudreau's shot is wide, and, well, Carbon tries to get in there, takes a big hit, big shot from Richards. He ends up getting his own rebound again. Castellet to Boudreau. Oh, it's just a scramble there, and scores! Doug Malcon, after countless attempts on goal, Doug Malcon with the power play goal. Well, they were just firing on the net, on Petlania's net. Eventually, a puck took a bounce and fell to the far side. Yeah, you can see that was what it was, just getting his own rebound. Malcon beats the man. He beats Preslin to it and is able to get it in. So that is the opening goal of the game. Amazing. It's been Shawinigan's game so far.
Goal scored on the power play by number 19, assisted by number 7 and by number 9. goal. 14 minutes, 30 seconds.
So still another power play to come for Shawinigan, but it is just about to expire. 3 seconds left on that one. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Feels like forever since we've had that, and that's going to skirt all the way back down to Don Toot-Rouleau, who will give it back to Castellet. Here is Richards, Simon Scott Richards. He is big hit, and Stuart Kegery home wrister, but it only gets as far as Benoit Poufoulet, who will feed it out and take it out of the zone, over to the center line. Change coming for Shawinigan. Brotard over to Richards, still on the ice. And he is poke checked. The puck is poked away from him. Pat Theodle caught the ice for the Fur Brigade. He loses the puck. It slides right to Rouleau's glove. And it's a face-off with 2:28 to go. Face-off is won by Chicoutimi. There's Landulkar shot, and it's just taken right off the stick by Hananel. And taking a big hit against the boards is Ted McMass. Terry Stevanskic tries to wrist it in. Had to get over his own falling teammate. And here is Landulkar back again. He loses the puck, ends up offsides. Goguet waits for him across. And we're under the last minute of play here in the first period. A lot of action here, and that's going to skate out to the neutral zone. Guy Paquette with that one. Hananel, good feed, and Hananel takes it wide off the blocker. Tickle tries to put it in. Paquette behind Petlanier's net. Tickles tries it, goes cross ice with it, and glove down by Petlanier. Doug Molcon with the goal. That's his 12th of the season. His second power play goal. And it gives Shawinigan the lead, where they could potentially lose first place to the Rimouski Seamen. They have a slender 1-point advantage over Rimouski, who play a little bit later at the end of this one. Their game takes place. We'll be back in just a few moments with the second period of action. It's 1-0 in an action-packed one. Shawinigan have the lead over Chicoutimi. Wade Gordon here in the Hamilton, Ontario studios for the CSPHLC action. It's the Hockey Happy Hour. We're watching live from Saguenay, Quebec. Chicoutimi, the Fur Brigade, La Brigade de Fourreur, taking on the Shawinigan Handshakes, who have a 1-0 lead after Doug Molcon's power play goal. Oh, well, fans on it does. Richards, but right there to try to poke it home is Simone Pronchuk. Lanier looking alive. Puts his glove on it, and it is a face-off. The playoffs are just 1 week away. We know the identity of 2 of the 4 playoff teams. The Quebec division is down to a 2-team race. Ontario, it's a bit more complicated than that. Perhaps we'll know a little bit more after today's games. As soon as we have that info, we'll of course let you know. Right now it is down to just Chicoutimi and Rimouski with 4 games to go. Going into today's games, Chicoutimi have a 1-point lead. They're down right now. Rimouski are playing in the next game against Val d'Or. Lanier will have to sit on that one. But again, just a good face-off in the zone. We're seeing that from Shawinigan back on the offensive. They are really taking it to the Chicoutimi team. And that just sort of dribbled out. I guess that's considered one by Chicoutimi. It barely feels like it. And Molcon is well, he's double teamed, and Thantidal is it's Thantidal trying to chase it down. Puck is kind of held up here behind the net. And just trying to slide it in was Castellet. Someone has lost a stick, and Goguet ends up with it and takes it all the way out to the blue line. Here's Hananel. Gets hit, but it's to Budraman, but Thedel is right there to sweep it away. And here come the Fur Brigade. Big hit on Leclerc. Back again, chasing it down is Molcon, the goal scorer. But Chicoutimi able to recover. You heard the line change happening. There's a couple of players down. Plant tries to put the shot on. He gets planted. And here's Leclerc to Lanko. Goguet's shot is, well, it's not at full strength because he is just hammered by Guy Paquette. Here comes Shawinigan yet again. Really know how to just lay in those hits when the Fur Brigade are looking to get their shots on. Offside warning was the call. And here's Alvino to Esabesi. Wrister Rollo hangs on to it and stops the clock. And stops the action. It's been very much a all Shawinigan today. The Handshakes have really just come in strong for this game. Lemuski might be watching this one, or at least getting an update on the score, knowing that they are just scores! Never mind that one, we are tied up. Well, all it takes is just one opportunity, and that was Linson with the goal. What a shot right off the face-off. Patrick Linson gets the tying goal of this game, his 12th of the season. Coming right off the face-off. Ruslan Dulker getting the assist. And Dulker's 16th assist on the season. And we are tied up again. So life back into the Fur Brigade. Let's see if they can get the momentum going, get this crowd on their feet. They've been a bit on the anxious side. It's been more of a buzz. Now I think that they kind of got that energy into them. With that goal scored. Here's Lindsay again. Polanco, and they are just peppering the net at this point. Trying to get it out is Rayom. Zigzags in front, loses it back into the neutral zone. Taking it back and waiting for all the players to get back on side. Was Tucinius. And there's a nice pile of people. Lanko started that one. Domino affecting. Here's Steve Baloney. Taking it on 2-on-2. He's got help from Cloutier. Doesn't get it to Tucinius. Wrists it, but takes a hit in the process. And it's Richards all by himself. And he is outnumbered. And Benoit Pouflet heads it back into center with Steve Baloney. Line change happening for Chicoutimi. Baloney keeps it himself. Puts it right at Rouleau. Slows the action down. Tied at 1, just past the halfway point in this game. It's 1 goal apiece. Shawinigan taking the early lead in the first half with a power play goal from Doug Molcon. Patrick Linson scoring just a few moments ago, just a few minutes ago for Chicoutimi to tie things up. And they've had a bit of life breathed into them, I think. The fire's been lit. And they just got to try to find some more possession, but Leduc scores! Shawinigan take the lead yet again. Have Leduc. Just like that, coming down the ice. And putting it past Petlanier to take the lead yet again. Leduc's 6th goal of the season. The assist going to Shopier and Jim Tickle. Ray Shopier is 7th assist, Jim Tickle is 5th. Not a lot of, that 4th line, not a lot of scores. Score! Back again, right off the bat, is Peter Carbon. Goal number 11 for Carbon. Tied yet again. Didn't even get the chance to call that one down. He just won. He took it himself, won the face-off, unassisted goal, and just wrists it right over the shoulder, right over the glove of Rouleau. Tied at 2. Peter Carbon's 11th goal this season. The 4th line getting the 2nd goals for each team. No disparaging the 4th lines of either team at this point. Leduc's shot. He puts it right up at Lanier, who gets on top of it and forces a face-off. 7 minutes to go here in the 2nd period. Tied at 2. For the Shawinigan Handshakes, this game essentially for pride and just for a strong end to the finish of this season. For Chicoutimi, they know that every one of these 8 points available in the last 4 games up for grabs are essential. They have a 1-point lead over Rimouski at the moment. Any sort of slip gives Rimouski an advantage or a chance to take first place. They play later against Val-d'Or. Hananel's shot is wide, and Theodore cleans it up. And here come the Fur Brigade. Well, they'll take it back just a bit. Cross ice, he's being followed by Mokan, and Essevesi ends up with it after the hit is put in. He's got 2 options in front of net. Essevesi takes it himself, scores! I think it went to Alvino in the quickest of one-timers. Jonathan Alvino, a brilliant feed from Essevesi. And the Fur Brigade, in just 3 minutes' time, have taken the lead for the first time in this game. Jonathan Alvino's 10th goal of the season, and the Fur Brigade back in winning ways. This is their first lead of the entire game. Just under 5 minutes to go in the 2nd period. Here's Molcon back to Brodiard, tries to just float it in. Lanier gloves it down, but there was a skating in. I believe that was Jim Tickle, just potentially. Kronchuk, I think, perhaps, just to try to tap it in. Face off in the Shawinigan zone. Landulkar will skate it out and into the neutral zone past center ice. He's got help from Leclerc if he wants it. Cannot get the pass centered in. Here's Goguette, will chase. Bit of a scrum here. Over by the boards. Hananel ends up with it as it squirts free, and it's got a 3-on-2, but enough help there. Hananel's shot ends up getting it off, and it's deflected by Lanier. He ends up kind of staying in the crease, gets a shove for his troubles. All by himself, Ilian Plant trying to get it off to score! Landulkar, Bruce Landulkar. 4-2, Chicoutimi. Ilian Plant feeds it. Landulkar just buries it. And that was all Ilian Plant. Keeping his footing, able to just, well, he kind of loses it, and it goes right to Landulkar in front of net, and he backhands it past Rouleau. It's a 2-goal game. The largest lead any team has had all game. And it is Chicoutimi taking the lead. Taking the lead 5 minutes ago in the 2nd period. And not looking back yet. And yeah, that's Trapper John, MD, the Fur Trapper John, MD. Making it very clear that this crowd needs to get into it. And they certainly have been here in Saguenay. Chicoutimi win the face-off. You can feel the momentum shifting in their favor. Presslin takes it down, centering pass by Cloutier is, in fact, intercepted. Reicherman trying to take it himself. Trying to slide in as well was Paquette, but he ends up being on his backside instead. Paquette fighting with Steve Baloney, and still Shawinigan still have it. McMass trying to center it in front, and down on the ice is Terry Stavanskic. Guy Paquette trying to find Stavanskic. One-timer, and it takes a shot off the pad. Stavanskic tries to feed it in, and Petlanier is standing up and saving. Well, Chicoutimi have come into the end of the second period. They're going to go to the locker room feeling really good about the following period. 4 goals this period to Shawinigan's 1. Chicoutimi have had the lead for the last 5 minutes of this period. They're going to try to get it for 20 more minutes. Third period is coming at you in just a second. Back again with the third period of this pivotal game in the Quebec division. The Chicoutimi Fur Brigade came out like a house of fire. And the second period offside immediately for Shawinigan. It's very loud in here. This arena is going banana for their Fur Brigade. It has been an outstanding end of the second period for Chicoutimi. 4 unanswered, beg your pardon, 3 unanswered goals. And they have taken the lead and have not looked back just yet. A lot of hits in the neutral zone. It looks like 2 of these players are going to go ahead and, show each other how they feel about one another. And they're going to do it the only way they know how to, with fists and punching. That is John Hananel with well, when you don't have a helmet on, I guess it's a lot easier to have a traumatic brain injury like that. But that would be number 66, Yves Leclerc. And you can see the hit put on by Leclerc, by Hananel, and Leclerc just said, "Well, you know, I don't think I fancied that." So Hananel and Leclerc going to sit for 5 minutes in the penalty box for fighting. Still 5 on 5. We got 19 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Here's Rayome, has a wrister, backhands it, and it goes just wide of Petlanier's goal. Kevin Shellett picks it up past the blue line. He's got some support. It's dispossessed. Avino loses it off to Galguet, who's tripped up, and the puck is poked away from him. Here's Simon Pronchuk. He's got 2 players to defend for Chicoutimi. Takes it himself. Pelanier gets in front of it and gets rid of it. Essavesi all on his own. He's got nothing but Avino, and Avino is stoned by Rouleau. Well, there was a collision in neutral ice by the 2 Shawinigan defenders, It put him all alone on goal, and he could not finish. That could be, or could we be seeing something important? Could that come into play a bit later? They've got a 2-goal lead, so at the moment they can see the funny side of it, but right now you don't want to turn around and give up a goal on the other end. Here's Tim Bucherman. He's going to skate it out, wait for his teammates to get back into neutral ice. Castellet crosses the blue line. He's got help from Bucherman. Centering. He's going to slide in, try to put a shot in. It pinballs around. And I think that's Dan Thiedel with it. All the way down the ice to Steve Baloney! Wide. Couldn't tell if that hit the side netting, but it takes a big deflection away and behind the boards. Baloney cutting in front, tries to feed it in. Rollo is right there, still down on his knees, gets back up. And they just have trouble getting out of that Shawinigan zone right now. Robity is hit hard by Baloney. And what a great shift for Steve Baloney. He's going to cap it off with, by shifting the teeth of, I believe that is Steve Reichman. And you can tell that the pot is starting to boil over just a little bit here. And down goes Reichman, and this crowd here in Saguenay are really starting to feel it for their Fur Brigade. Steve Baloney put in one heck of a shift. He put a bunch of shots on net. He was a pain in the rear end for Shawinigan on the back end. And ultimately gets himself into a fight and knocks down his opponent. Sankman wins the ends up with the face-off. It's to Molcon. Here's Castellet. Castellet ultimately won the face-off. He's the center. Tries to put it in there. Rebound is stoned by Pet Lanier. One-timer, and Pet Lanier crosses his crease and gets right onto it and will slow things down with 12.5 to go. Still 4-2 in this one. No goals scored here in the third period. Starting to get some back and forth action. Chicoutimi need this game. Robity to Paquette. Go back out to Robity, still in the zone. Stavanskic, good puck moving by Shawinigan. Cross to Sankman, centers it to Stavanskic. And a big hit. Landulkar gets hit from behind, but Ken Reddy ultimately has it, and a line change for Chicoutimi. Reddy will just hang on to it. One-timer scores! Glenn Goggett, leading scorer of the Fur Brigade, gets goal number 17 on the season. And it's a huge one. You start to feel this game is starting to get away from Shawinigan. The Fur Brigade really feel like they've got this one. And they're almost certainly, I have to imagine, they're going to put away 2 big points in their last-ditch push for the playoffs. They're going to be, at the very least, holding on to first place with a win today. They just have to hold serve at this point. Valdor and Rimbuski. That game is happening just a bit. That's going to start right at the end of the conclusion of this one. In the next session of games, Landulka trying to get that one back out. Avino able to cross the blue line with it, but it's back in possession. And Stavanskic takes a big hit. And looks like it's going to be Leclerc yet again. Who's he fighting with this time? It is Ted McMass. So Yves Leclerc going to get himself into yet another fight. And not on the doesn't end up on a good end that time. But he did demand that Ted McMass fight him. And yeah, he said okay, I'll do that. Yeah, we'll go away. And yeah, less than halfway through the third period. It's a 3-goal lead for Chicoutimi. Vladut back into the neutral zone. The Tickle, Jim Tickle crosses it. He's got help from Shopier. And Shopier takes a hit in the corner. That was Vino. Peter Tusinas has some help. Gonna try to center that one. Goes behind the net. Puts it around. Here's Stan Thiedel to Peter Carbon. Kevin Shellett. Tusinas holds the Thiedel. Shot all the way to the glove of Dunn. Toot Rouleau. And it's a face-off. 7:38 to go. 5-2. Goodness, well. 4 unanswered goals for Chicoutimi. That was just a wide of the net, and you just feel like the lucky breaks are just not going to be happening for Shawinigan at the moment. 6:40 to go. Rayome is hit hard by Shellett. And Richards held up behind the goal. Pelanier down to his knees. Shellett able to feed it back out to Esavesi. All by himself, takes his hit. And here comes Baloney. Shot! Score! Ovino gets his second. Steve Baloney with the assist. But what a ripper of a shot from point-blank range. I think he went through the legs of Hananel. And, yeah, there was no stopping that one for Rouleau. 6-2. 5 unanswered goals for Chicoutimi. 2 so far this period. We're down to the last 5 minutes and 20 seconds. It is not looking good for Shawinigan. However, the playoff hopes for Chicoutimi in their battle with Rimouski are looking very good. Chicoutimi, of course, had the 5-2 victory over Rimouski. Rimouski coming off of a 2-game losing streak, if I'm correct. Yeah, they just lost to Shawinigan in their last game. They've got Val-d'Or next to try to get off that losing streak. The two teams will play again on Rimouski and Chicoutimi will play again on Saturday. That will be a pivotal game, I have to imagine. It's possible if certain results fall in the way they do, that could be a deciding game. It's the third from the final game. They still have 2 games left to go after that. They have to play Shawinigan and Val-d'Or each once again. Shot by, well, that was by Ovino again. And Chicoutimi are just not letting up. There's Reicherman trying to get it out. Boudremin is hit by Leclerc. Goguet keeps it in. Boudremin back across ice. Stop start for Castellet. Centers it. It is completely intercepted. 3 minutes to go. Here's Carbon. Held up by the boards, and Shawinigan up with it. Cross ice past the Tickle to get it out of the zone. Shot, and Pelanier will get a glove down onto it. .205 to go. It's looking like it's not much left but for the shouting. And boy, will there be a lot of shouting for the Brigade fans. And the faithful Tickle is able to get back from Robity. Neutral zone mess at the moment. Ruslan Dulker takes a big body check, and the puck will go all the way back behind the net. Steve Senkman for Shawinigan ends up with it. Here is McMass. Takes a hit and tripping over him afterwards is Lanko. Sort of trips over the man on the ground. Or on the ice, I guess. There's Sinkman yet again. 30 seconds to go and waiting for the player to get back on side. He was hit to the ground. I believe that was Jim Tickle. Took his time to get back up. It's been a long game, a lot of hard hits. He's not moving too quickly at the moment. Dispossession by Hananel. And here's Broteyard to Paquette. Paquette backs it to Hananel. Glove down by Petlanier. And Philippe Petlanier has had a great game. His goals against this season, 3.5. He's definitely going to bring down that number with only allowing 2 in today's game. 6.7 seconds to face off in the Chicoutimi zone. Theodore ends up clearing it out all the way back out to center ice. Takes a hit for his troubles by Hananel, but ultimately it is the Chicoutimi Fur Brigade who get the victory. A big win, 6-2. They will put 2 more points on the board. And as is tradition, they will make an attempt to throw themselves at the glass so they could go into the crowd and fight some of their faithful. At that time, one of these days they'll break through, but instead they'll have to go and fight them in the parking lot afterwards. Well, we've got more hockey for you. Your locally covered game is coming up in just a few moments, 1/4 the hour. We'll be back here with commentary on the game at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. It'll be the Sault Ste. Marie Incident taking on the Mississauga Queens. I'm Wade Gordon. We'll be back at 7, and let's do that hockey again in just a bit.